FP Ag, the name you can trust for all your farm needs. FP Ag Rural Supplies has the knowledge and know-how to help you improve your production with expert agronomy advice for your pastures, hay production and broadacre cropping, fertiliser advice and spreading, animal health strategies, fencing needs, expert viticultural advice, livestock sale options, and they also offer an on-farm delivery service. FP Ag, with 6 fully stocked branches across the Fleurieu. They're in your field.
Happy FM's Halftime Hub, brought to you by FP Ag. We're in your field.
Yes, welcome to the Halftime Hub. I'm talking to a man who has been a legend of the Willunga Football Club for a number of years, multi-premiership player and a superstar goal kicker, David Hams. Hamsy, welcome, mate.
Stevie G.
Mate,
thanks, mate.
What a career you've had in footy. You've kicked bags of goals for this club. Can you tell us, just start off the boot here, mate, what does this club mean to you?
Look, I grew up here. So, my dad played lots of good footy here at Willunga, and I think I've got more life members in my family on the honour boards up there than any other family, or right up there anyway. Yeah. So yeah, I grew up here. This is where I grew up. So all I wanted to do was, as a kid, play A-grade footy here, and I thought all the A-graders that my dad played with, they were all my Wayne Careys and Stephen Kernahans. Yeah. So I just wanted to be as good as them. Yeah. And I suppose, Dad was a really good player, so everyone that I spoke to, and they said, oh, geez, if you're half as good as your old man. So it just got, I suppose, ingrained into me that I better get a kick, and it would be good to do it at Willunga. Yeah.
So that's your earliest memory of footy, is your old man kicking the footy with you in the backyard?
I think just footy and me pestering all the A-graders. Even after the game, I'd wait for them on the top side, and they'd just played, and I'd be there with my footy going, come on, let's have a kick, and most of them did.
So who were the guys you looked up to?
Peter Flower, Dennis Collier, Paul Matthews, there's Lee Rennie, who's Sammy's old man.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, lots of them. Yeah.
Fantastic. And how good is Rennie, mate?
It's really good.
Sam and Jake, but geez,
Sammy's really good.
Little guy, but he just flies in like a bull terrier.
Yep, and he's fit, and he's got a weapon of a left foot, which I just think he should use it more. I don't know. If I was playing in front of him, I'd just want him to bomb it on me. Just kick it in. But no, he's a really good player. I reckon he'd be right up there in the Mal medal, I would have thought. Yeah,
me too, absolutely. So let's talk about your days as a footballer. You kicked bags of goals. You played for Glenelg and for South. Tell us about those days.
So I junior footy here, never made any association or South special squads or anything like that, and it was Johnny Griffin actually, who was John Griff, who sadly just passed away. Yeah. He was a school teacher at Willunga High, and I was kicking 8s and 9s playing school footy. And he goes, "Why at South?" I said, "Well, no one's ever asked me." And he goes, "Well, I'm asking you." He was the under 19s coach at the time, and I went down a week before the first game in the under 17s, and they stuck me in to play a trial. I kicked 8, and that was it. And nearly kicked 100 that year in the under 17s. Played 5 19s games, and then round 3 the next year I played league footy as a 17-year-old.
Wow.
So and then if you're not going to get drafted, and back in those days, if you're sort of 19, 20 and not drafted, it's not going to happen. Yeah. So I ended up playing a couple of years at South, a couple of years at the Bays, and it was a big commitment to not be going anywhere else. Yeah. So come back and play with my mates and won some flags, which was good.
So playing SANFL compared to Great Southern Football League, is that people tell me the pressure and the regimented science they put behind the game is a lot different at country footy, isn't it?
Oh, totally. I think back in my day, that was late 90s, early 2000s. Probably not as structured and semi-professional as what it is now, but it was still 5 nights a week. So probably game plan wise not as full on as what it is now, but commitment wise huge. And if you're not playing finals or it's just a big commitment. So that sort of weared on me a little bit, and I knew had heaps of mates back here, and it ended up when I came back, Toddy Steele came back from South, Benny Baxter came back from South, Adam Carnivale came back. Benny Thompson was playing at Glenelg, so we had 5 or 6 of us that came back that were all playing league footy, and Willunga was our club anyway. Or we pinched a couple from elsewhere, you know, that were just mates down there, dragged back, and that's why we were pretty successful in that era. It was good fun.
Massively successful. How many premierships?
We won 6 in a row, lost a couple, so I lost my first one back here, won 6 in a row, and lost my last one.
So the first time you were in a grand final, you lost that one?
Yep.
And then 6 in a row after that?
Lost the first year back to Langons, and then we lost a prelim, and I reckon that was the catalyst for us to go, right, no, that didn't feel good, and then we won 6 in a row.
Yeah, it's almost like that driving force to get one because it hurt so much.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, for me, anyway, there was some guys that were here before that had lost a few, but that was, for our group, that was definitely we didn't like that feeling, and they actually played a granny here, and we were sitting up the top side and watched it, and we were like, wow, okay, big footy trip, and a few home truths, and came back and set a different sort of level. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yep.
So, out of those premierships, which one was that one that just meant more to you than the others?
I think all the boys say 07.
Right.
07 up at Strath. Both Langons A's and B's were undefeated. So, and I remember my old man and a few of the old Willunga blokes, they said to us after, they were just hoping that we got close. But we were out the back warming up at Strath, which is a good little warm-up area, where their nets are. And we stopped warming up and were just watching the twos.
Yeah.
And they clawed back in front. Paulie Roberts kicked one to get him in front. And a couple of our guys were right into the game.
Wow,
and I'm like dragging them up going, hey boys, we've got a game to play.
Yeah.
But I think that made us pretty pumped. And it made Langons a bit flat.
Yeah.
And then when we ran out, we did a half lap. And then we ran into the twos boys that were just doing their victory lap. And it was like goosebumps. And then, everything just went right that day.
Yeah. And what did you win by?
I think it was enough, like 3 or 4 goals in the end, but we were up all day, and it was, I think they made a run at us semi-late, but it was enough. We knew we were going to win at the end, so it was enough. It was a bit of breathing space, but that was the one that we weren't supposed to win. Yeah. And you knock off a really solid club, like heaps of respect for the Langons, and they were undefeated all year, and we got them when it counted, which was huge. Yeah. And at Strath too. Strath's a great deck to play on. Yeah, we loved it.
It's almost like their home ground. It's just around the corner from them, isn't it?
Well, but their arch rivals there, so I don't know if it's their home ground. It's close, but yeah.
Fair enough. And this game almost feels like the game you've just described. Willunga are on top today. They're up by 3 goals. McLaren's keep on chipping away, but Willunga's on top here.
Yeah, I think McLaren's struggling to use the footy a little bit. A couple of their prime movers that really use it well, Muff and Mitz, haven't got a lot of it, which is good for us because they normally cut us up. Yeah. But no, we've been playing pretty solid footy. Like there's been a couple of close ones. I know you've called a lot of them, and we've I'm pretty impressed with the way the boys are going.
How about Liam Nye?
Liam Nye, did he kick 3 that quarter?
He almost kicked 4. Yes, 3 goals. He's kicked 3.
I like our old blokes as well. Like I love Meags, Scotty Brown, Brad Haskett. I'm going to order a duffel coat with Haskett on the back. He's my favourite player, like 100%.
Yeah, nice.
I played with him when he was a kid, and in that 07 grand final, he got a best on ground.
Yeah, good stuff.
And I remember driving up to the game with Benny Baxter and Nath Genovese and said, if we're going to win today, Brad has to play well, and he got best on as a 19-year-old or something. He's a stalwart of the footy club, and he's had a really good year. And then we've had some good recruits. I reckon Starkey goes under the radar, really important in the middle. Nobes, Drapes. We've got heaps of young boys coming through.
Saunders, the Saunders brothers.
Yeah,
they're
classy.
Harry's come out of nowhere, and now he's
Harry Styles.
Harry Styles Saunders.
No, he's a good player. He's going to be a really, really good A grader for us in the years to come, and I think we've got a good wave of boys coming through. Yeah. And a lot of the guys I play with, there's a lot of father-sons coming through. Yeah, it's good for the club.
Fantastic. Yeah, good stuff. And let's talk about your son. Jackson. Yeah. How come he's a better player than you were?
Well, he definitely runs quicker than me. I'm just happy that he loves playing for the club and he loves all the boys, and I think he fits in really well. So I hope he plays heaps of footy here and gets a chance to win a flag. That'd be nice with some of his mates. Yeah.
He's a different kind of player to you. You were the strong forward, taking the lead and kicking long goals. He's the goal snake, isn't he?
Yeah, and wingman, and it's probably lucky. Like, you know, everyone used to say to me, if you're half as good as your dad, whereas they're probably not saying that to Jacko because we're different players.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, whereas my dad kicked hundreds of goals, and that's all I wanted to do. So it's probably good that he's not 6'3", 6'4", because if he didn't kick 100, he'd feel inadequate. So, no, it's good that he's a bit zippy, and I wouldn't mind leading to his left foot. He uses the footy pretty well.
Absolutely, yeah. Hamsy, thank you very much for joining us here on the Halftime Hub. This has been the Great Southern Football League live on the radio 90.1 and stream at YouTube at happyfm.org.au.
Happy FM's Halftime Hub, brought to you by FP Ag. We're in your field.